Welcome to the Data Hall YouTube channel. In this video, we are going to look into the select function. So in our previous video, we discussed the filter function, which is used to filter rows or subset rows. And this video, we are going to subset columns, select different columns. And for that, we use the select function. So before we move forward, if you haven't installed this Tidyverse package, you need to install this package. And remember, to install a package in R, you use install.packages and then specify the name of the package, and then you load the package. So I'm going to load this package as I have already installed it. So I use library tidyverse, and then I import the data. This is using the read.csv and import this example data. This is the same data set that I've used in my previous video, but I have made some modifications, and what we have over here is an ID of the individual, their race, their married status, their wage in 1999, their wage per hour in 2000, 2001 and 2, and then we have number of hours that they have worked in 2000, year 2000, 2001 and 2002. So how does this select function works? There are multiple columns, and sometimes when we are working with data, we would like to subset columns. We would like just to focus on certain columns, right? And this is where the select function would come. So we use the example data set. So how this would work is we take the example data set, and then we use this pipe sign, which means and then. So examples data, take the example data, and then select and then I have mentioned the name of the variables. So these are the name of the variables: ID, race, and married. So and then I just want to take this data and just show me the top 6 rows, right? Just to have an idea. If you want to save them into certain object, then you would write the name of the object and use this arrow sign to save them into the object, and that object would be created over here, but I do not want to save that. I just want to show you how this works. So we use this select, and we specified certain variables, and when this new data set was created, it only had those 3 variables that I had specified in the select function. You can also see that in our example data, which is our original data, the order of the columns was like we first had the ID column, then we had race, and then we had married column. But in the new data set that was created, we had changed the order of the columns, and the reason is that the order that we mentioned over in the select function, the same order would appear in the data, and that's what we have over here, right? So select not just select the specific columns, subsets the specific columns, but it also orders them. We can also use the row number instead of their names. So in this case, I'm using the row number. So I just want row 2, 3, and 1, and the second, third, and the first column, and again their order of the column would be the one that I have specified in this. I can also subset using a range. So I want to select column 1 to 4, right? So 1 to 4, right? And I can also mention instead of numbers, I can mention I can specify the range by mentioning their name. So what I'm saying is that select column ID till wage 2000. So that would be all these columns, including wage 1999, right? So this is what we get. We have selected from ID till wage 2000, all the columns that are within this range. We can rename variables using the select function. And what we do is the syntax that it works is that we specify the new name and then equal to sign and then the old name. So what I want is that when I have this new data set, that the subsetted data set, the race variable should not be called race, rather it should be named as employees race. So this new name is equal to old name. Then I do not want married, the variable married to be renamed. I also want to rename, let me just get that on the different line so it just looks clear. I also want this ID to be renamed as employee ID, and then I just want to display the first 6 rows in the console. So this is how it is renamed. So race is renamed as employee race and ID is renamed as employee ID. Okay, so the interesting thing with this Tidyverse package is that once we have renamed certain variables, we can use different functions and then again use the new names that we have just renamed them, the new name that we have just specified. So we do not have to create objects like first we would create the object A and then take this A object and then mutate or create certain other rows. So what we are the interesting thing about Tidyverse is that you work with the data and then you pipe that into a new function, and that's fine. You do not have to create multiple objects. Okay, we can exclude certain variables, and the way is to either use the minus or the not sign that we have discussed in our previous video. So this exclamation sign is used for not. This minus sign works the same way, but this is the default for not. So what it would do is it would subset all the columns except for ID, right? Similarly, this would also work the same way. So it would subset all the columns except for ID. So exclamation and minus works the same way in the select function, not in other functions, but in the select function. We can also exclude more than one column. So let's exclude ID, race, and married. So we just get all the data except for these 3 variables. We can combine the select function with other functions. So let's just say we want to select the columns that starts with the word wage. So starts with is the function, and within function we specify the string. So any variable that starts with the wage, the string wage, the word wage, we want that column. So we have subsetted that column, or any column that ends with the name of the column that ends with 02, and we should get 2 columns, one for the wage and the other for the hours. Or what we can do is we do not know whether the word that we are searching for comes at the end or at the start. It might come in the middle. Then we can use the contain function, and what we are saying is that if the name of the variable contains the string 20 or the number 20, then we want that to be subsetted, and we have all these columns. So you can see that wage 1999 is excluded and the others are included. We can also use matches, which is for regular expression, but that we will discuss in some other videos. Or we can use numerical range, where we can specify some numerical range to select the columns. So thanks for watching this video. Do subscribe and do hit the bell icon.